Good evening and a very warm welcome each and everyone on SuperGrads YouTube channel. So we are on this journey of exploring the journeys of toppers. As they say, success is a slow process and quitting does not help. We do have amongst us Tanishq, a very warm welcome Tanishq, who could make inside IIM Indore this particular year with a message, with a very strong message in front of you all that even after taking a 1 year drop, students can definitely make inside IIM Indore. A very warm welcome, Tanish. Before we start this particular episode, let me ask the straightforward question to you. How are you exactly feeling after getting this treat from the Big Iron?
So first of all, thank you very much, Rahul sir, for the great introduction and a very warm welcome. So the feeling right now, I think, is a sense of great achievement and a sense of satisfaction, which the results were out on 10th August, and I couldn't even figure out that even am I selected or not. So I called you first. You may remember that, sir. There is a list, and I am in. Please confirm it. So
Yeah, I remember that.
it is
So I
kind
think
of
you
a
you
dream
you were
come true.
not knowing it and you were giving a thought कि मेरा consideration pool में कहीं पे आया है आप figure out करो. मुझे ऐसा याद आ रहा है. I remember. अब मुझे याद आ
Exactly,
रही है
sir.
वो
I
चीज.
thought I was waitlisted.
Okay.
Then actually the result came first and the mail came after an hour or so. So I got confused. Then I
Ah,
called you in the
right,
in
right,
that
right,
hassle.
right. Then there's one more important thing. There has been a journey. I mean, in this particular series, when we are talking to the students and your story is going out, in that particular story, we wish to tell the journey of a student, the story of a student behind this entire success. Okay, so you also have had a journey. How this particular journey started? If you can help the audience with that particular part.
Sir, it all started with my 12th board cancellation. Then
Oh,
I'm from the batch which didn't have their board exams. So I was exploring options after 12th, what I had to do. So one thing I had clear in mind that I had to go in management. The basic path would have been, since I'm a PCM student, it would have been BTech, then CAT examination and B school then.
right, right.
But when I came to know about IIM, I just shifted my path to the IPMAT preparation
And before this
particularly.
interview, we were discussing that, right? You shifted that particular path after standard 12th. So
Yes.
all the students were actually listening to this particular piece of interview, they get shattered. I mean, after standard 12th, can they actually take drop? If today also one of the parent called me up, let me tell to the student audience which is listening to me right now. And he told me, सर मेरे बेटे के 202 नंबर आए हैं, he could not make into IIM Indore, आप मुझे सजेस्ट करिए कि क्या मुझे ड्रॉप लेना चाहिए कि नहीं. To all such audience, to all that student fraternity, I think Tanishq is giving a fantastic answer from this particular dais कि 12th के बाद उसने decide किया कि उसको IIM में जाना है, and he actually cracked IIM Indore and he's in front of you all. Yes, please throw some light now, Tanishq.
So for drop year students, there is in my case, I didn't appear for IPMAT last year. So this was my first attempt at IPMAT.
Right,
So, and if someone has appeared for IPMAT and just left it from inches or like by a whisker,
right.
so he must definitely give it a shot, because next year he may improve like exponentially if he practices like a bit even more. So for a drop year student, I think it may be a bit easier as compared to a regular 12th class student, because they have to sometimes manage their boards and all. I don't say that it is difficult for them, but yeah, for a drop year student, it becomes a bit relaxing experience, because they can put their whole energy or concentration onto one single thing, that is IPMAT.
Right.
So that is one thing.
That is one more important point. We should be, doing some kind of section by section analysis also, because students actually, may not be good at one section, maybe good at another. So it is going to help each and every category of students in that regard. How was your mathematics? What all fears did you have at that point of time, or were you very confident in that particular section?
So since I'm a PCM student, I was familiar with higher maths. I did like calculus section and all.
All right.
So it was not a big phobia for me. Like some of the non-math students have that maths phobia. So the thing which I feared was the DI section particularly, because I was not familiar that much with that
That
level of
same.
stats and all.
Because
So
usually, you students do
actually,
not fear that particular section. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
So I was from PCM, so I thought I would mostly concentrate on the typical mathematics section instead of these arithmetics and all. So there was one video on the SuperGrads YouTube channel by Anil sir where he just distinguished the important topics, I think, for
right.
the classical math students and non-mathematics students. So that is the thing that was around a month ago from the examination, and I just got that video in my subscriptions thing, and I think that worked really well for me because
Great.
at the time of revision I could figure out what I have to concentrate more on and what all I can just uh, brush up and just I can ignore, not totally but a bit.
Okay.
So that made a difference in my preparation.
The biggest problem that students face this particular year, Tanish, let me tell to all the people who are listening to us right now, and we have been reiterating this particular thing that, even when we were, doing the exit polls and analysis of IPM Aptitude Test Indore examination, that point of time, what the numbers which we disclosed for the English section completely went upside down when the results came out. So it was
Yes.
112 marks. Nobody in the country could expect that point of time that this particular score is going to go so high for IPM Aptitude Test Indore. So, how did you prepare for English, and how did you manage with that particular section for self?
Sir, basically my English was not that good. It's not even that good now itself. But yeah,
Okay,
I started with when I got to know that yeah, IPMAT has English in its course syllabus. So I think I started it with reading basic books like stories and all. Then I started inculcating English in my own like communication thing. That improved my English a
all
lot.
right.
And whenever I read some complex usage of English and some higher vocabulary, I tried to implement them in my like day-to-day communication with my friends and all. So most of us like fear speaking. It's not a fear, but they hesitate in speaking English around like family and friends. But I think that worked wonders for me. I started speaking English at my home and with my friends, and I think that made a real difference in
Fantastic
my
message. In
in
fact, I think this message has not yet been given by any of the toppers. And let me tell to the student audience listening to Tanishq right now. So, one change of bringing this particular language in communication can bring this much change that you can exactly get inside the huge IIM Indore. Now, moving ahead from here, 35% weightage was given to the interview part. I could remember each and every segment of the interviews which we took that point of time. How was your interview journey? You were you doing it good from day one, or you actually did it after a lot of trainings? So if you can help
Sir,
the students.
basically, I never appeared for any interviews before.
All right.
So when I got enrolled myself into the SuperGrads interview batch, the first interview was like it was not with you, it was with Anil sir, and it went horribly wrong because
Oh,
basically I never had that posture, I never had that interview attitude. Then the technicalities I got to know in the first interview, and then one by one I improved this, and then I reached the level of what IPMAT Indore interview is. So that helped me a lot, the mock interviews, I think.
was Supergrads team helpful over there? I mean, if you can throw some light in that regard as well.
Sir, basically my interview journey whole was with Supergrads team itself, like Akansha ma'am, Anil sir, you,
Right.
and Brinda ma'am. So I got to know my weak points and I worked on them and I improved them by time.
All
So
right.
no one is good from right from the beginning. So it is a step by step journey, I think.
Okay. We were also talking about Astra test series because we have been getting lot of recommendations from outsiders, some good thoughts from the student side, some bad thoughts as well. So over here, what is your take on IPM Astra test series? Because I think you have solved all the mocks related to IPM test Astra as well. Yeah, Tanish.
So, not directly moving to the IPM Astra, this year, I think it was a huge change in the examination pattern of IPMAT Indore. It was
Right.
totally unpredictable, and most of the students found it very like disturbing in the exam. But on the other hand, I had a very chill moment because in IPM Astra, we had that pattern of examinations. Like we gave 400 marks, 240 marks, 360 marks, like every pattern we had solved before.
Great.
So that was nothing like very it was surprising, but it wasn't very astonishing. It was unexpected, but yeah, I was comfortable with 15, 30, 45 questions in that section. So it helped me.
And
The
how
Astra
about the
thing
level of
helped me.
difficulty? And did topic test help you? Because I remember when we were planning for IPM Astra, we had lot many discussions within the team, within the internal team. How can we actually make it one of the best test series across the industry? So that point of time, the thoughts came in that majority of the test series are devoid of topic test. Majority of test series are not having the level up mocks. So level up mocks we actually thought of for the level of mocks so that in case the paper comes out to be very very tough, then also you're prepared for it. We also thought of keeping lot many combinations, as you already rightly mentioned. Okay, so if you can throw some light on that particular aspect also. I mean, how 360-degree really helped you in cracking I'm Indore's IPM.
So for the mock process, most of the students do this mistake that, okay, first I will complete my whole syllabus, then I will start giving mocks and all. So in my opinion, if the habit of appearing for mocks and analyzing your skills at the very initial level of preparation and consistently giving mocks at regular intervals, it helps really good at the end. So there are very few topic tests, I believe, in the place. So IPM Astra has those topic tests, and you can just prepare for one topic and then appear for its test. So it helps instead of giving a full mock, which may sometimes uh, uh, demotivate you, so that you have just prepared one topic and there is a full 400 mark mock and you get just very less marks from that topic. So I think topic test helps a lot.
One more very crucial question, Tanishq. After IPM Astra also, let me ask you this particular question. So majority of the student thoughts are we wasting 1 year? But we tell them that you're investing 1 year for self after standard 12th if you're actually, preparing for getting inside IIM Indore. I'm I'm sure and everybody knows it right now that it was an investment for you. Okay. But in the middle of the journey, did you lose hope any point of time? And how did you recover from that particular hope? From that particular thought?
Sir, basically, I never considered that I'm wasting an year.
Okay.
Initially, people when they take drop, they're very enthusiastic because they have a goal set. But with the span of time passing by, they like some places are there. You have your downs. You sometimes like you get very less marks in a test, then you get demotivated. Okay, I'm not up to the mark or something. But you don't need to be like demotivated because of this, because if you get demotivated, then surely you are not getting anywhere. If you keep that spirit till the end, then the year is gonna be really an investment, and it won't get wasted that easily. And if you put that spirit and your efforts in like really good manner, then you will reach a place which is definitely better than what you were at the last year. So that is one thing.
Okay. The next question which I'm asking is a bit memory based, but few of those feedbacks that really helped you crack the IPM interview segment, because many of our students are still telling us that we learned a lesson for life when they had gone through 5 6 set of interviews. Some feedbacks which the team gave to you and really improved your personality, that really helped you crack this particular portion. Yeah.
So first thing that would have been that Vrinda ma'am told me that my flow of speaking had very more like they had words like and and I had break in my sentences. So improving my flow of speaking was a very major change in my communication style. Secondly, I never knew the technicalities of an interview.
Okay.
So honestly, second interview, I was like terribly scolded by you in a good sense that I never had proper lighting, I never had a good camera. So if I think I didn't make those changes, I don't think I would have made to Indore,
All right.
because my interview was not that smooth at IIM Indore.
All right. So last two questions now. One advice that you would be giving to all the students who are listening to you right now that is going to be really, really helpful for them in the upcoming journey for them.
So the one thing that I followed throughout my journey was practicing for the examination itself. So there may be students who have completed their full syllabus, and they perform. And there may be one student which has his 60 or 70% syllabus complete, but he has that art of writing examinations, he has that temperament of examination writing, then he can score really well and really better than the student who has completed full syllabus. So I think what I would advise is that practice giving examination itself. So
All right.
writing more and more tests makes you prepared more, I think.
Okay, you talked about IPM Astra. My last question to you over here is, and something which which can go as an advice to all the students who are listening to you. How important was the mock analysis segment? Because you have talked about mocks, but how important was the mock analysis segment in IPM Astra?
Sir, so mock analysis has those topic-wise division of questions and their solution. So if I made a mistake, I knew the topic where I was weak. Then I didn't had to like look forward to whole syllabus, but I can take that particular topic, go to it, revise it, and solve a few more questions on it. Then take that particular topic test. Then in the next mock, I think that error which I made would have been rectified or would have gone. So in the analysis part, you can just go through the topic wise questions, and then you can just figure out which topic you are weak at and then practice it later on.
Yeah, and great thing, we are also, providing you the video solutions. So video solutions are being provided at the end of the entire test paper, the mock test which you're giving in IPM Master. That's also really, really helpful for the students. A big advice being given by Tanishq, and his journey is giving you one more advice, that never to lose hope. You're not exactly wasting 1 year. Please do not keep this particular thought. All those students who are taking drop this particular year for IIM Indore next year, please do not carry this particular thought. Tanishq is an example in front of you all, and keeping him a stereotype for your journey. And I think you may make it big next year. All the best for that. एक नारा बहुत आजकल चल रहा है तनिष्क, IPM मतलब
IPM matlab super grad, sir. All of the super grad students know that.
so all the SuperGrad students know this. IPM matlab SuperGrads. On this particular note, we are going to say bye bye to you all. Thank you. Thanks a lot.